WNOS 1450 AM and W272EK 102.3 FM. Licensed to New Bern, North Carolina.
I'm Dr. Kyle Harner from Carolina Arthritis Center. Living with arthritis or joint pain doesn't have to limit your life. At Carolina Arthritis Center in Greenville, we're Eastern North Carolina's only private, single-specialty rheumatology clinic dedicated exclusively to your joint health. Our experienced team offers comprehensive care all under one roof. From consultations and joint injections to on-site laboratory, x-ray, bone density testing, and our specialized infusion suite. No more running around to multiple locations for your arthritis evaluation. When you need expert rheumatology care, choose the specialist who focus solely on conditions like yours every single day. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your mobility and comfort are our main priority. Call 252-321-8474 or visit carolina-arthritis.com to schedule your consultation today. Again, that number is 252-321-8474. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning. Welcome to another incredible episode of your favorite weekend show. This is Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio 107.5 FM and 1570 AM. WECU, yes, and shout out to those of you listening to us on 102.3 FM and WNOS 1450 AM out in New Bern and surrounding areas. Yes, it's Pitt Perspectives, the show where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community from right here in Greenville, Eastern North Carolina to the rest of the world. As always, I'm your favorite voice on the microphone, your friend, your amigo, the man with the juice, the man with the sauce, the man that I call Victor Ihuka. Yes. And as always, I got my two amigos, some hating ones and, everything in between. Yes, I got my guys, AY and Patrick. What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Good morning, Greenville. Good morning, Pitt County. This is AY. I'm so excited to be here as usual with my people here.
This guy.
And we are live here this morning on Awesome Radio for Pitt Perspectives. This is your favorite Saturday morning show. And I can assure you that you're going to have a wonderful time with us this morning.
As always.
Call all your friends, all your neighbors, your family members,
enemies.
everyone around. Tell them that their favorite Saturday morning crew is live. And we're about to give you this wonderful ride. Patrick.
Yes, if you're wondering why I clap my hands, it's because Bournemouth just scored an Arsenal.
Oh, okay. Really? Okay,
yes.
Okay. That's good.
Good morning. This is Patrick once again on the 1, the 2, the 3, the Awesome Radio. It's an amazing Saturday morning. Sun is out. The weather's just right. I'm in my shorts.
It is.
The show is amazing, and we're about to cook. Come on, let's take it away.
Let him cook. Let him cook. Yeah, man, it's been amazing stuff. Yes. What's up? How's you guys been? How's you guys' week been?
I don't even know.
Bro, this
has
week
been
is
a very
dude,
hectic
man,
week for me.
It's like a blow, man. But
Yeah,
it's
it's-
good. Yeah,
And it gets even more intense this coming
Yeah, I
week.
mean, it's-
because exam is really,
it's exam week.
one of
and
my
all
final
that.
papers is due on Thursday, and guy, it is
How
well.
are you feeling? Are you prepared or not?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Can one be ever
I
fully
don't
prepared
know.
for school? How about you, Patrick?
Yeah, this week was.
I heard we took third place on the soccer intramurals.
Yes, we took third place.
Which
on
is probably the highest we've ever been.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
So when I saw it,
No.
I was so excited. Like,
no, seriously,
this
my freshman year, we made round of 16. We made it to the playoffs, but then we lost our first game.
Mhm.
My
last
second
year
year,
we made it to playoffs.
we made it to the playoffs, but it was closer.
Yeah.
Like one or two matches after the one the previous year.
Yeah,
And this year we made the semis.
third. Yeah.
So the way it's looking, my
win
my
it
final
next
year,
year.
we might win it. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
next
but let me
year.
put it on record. Shout out to Patrick too for
Yes, I was going to say that.
Yeah,
Yes.
coordinating all
Patrick,
that
yeah.
too.
Shout out to Patrick.
Yeah, one time for Patrick. Yeah.
And it's because Patrick is our captain this year. That's why we got third place.
Co-captain though.
Last year, Victor was the captain.
But I'm still the captain.
That's why we
now.
lost.
Patrick is co-captain. You will always find a way to throw me under the bus.
That's why we lost.
You will always find a way
The
to throw
last
me
game-
under
Yeah,
the bus.
co-captain that never
The
showed up
last
to one game.
the last game we lost last time out.
But if I didn't
Victor
put
was
things
the-
in place,
the
you guys
goalkeeper.
wouldn't even.
Victor was the goalkeeper.
I chop
No.
goal like go Faku.
Yes, you should have seen the first goal they
Bro.
scored us. It
Eh?
was a free kick, and this guy hit it the way.
See Ronaldo.
No, the way this guy was hitting it against Real Madrid, against Courtois, Arsenal, when they
Oh
faced
yeah,
Courtois,
Declan Rice.
the way Rice hit those two free kicks, that's exactly how that boy hit that, and it was left foot.
So yes, for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about soccer.
Yes.
Yes, and we have an international team in the ECU Intramural Soccer. So, yes, it's been amazing. And it's actually soccer season too coming up. So, the World Cup is starting in June. Greenville United is starting in May. So, we're excited. We'll be bringing you all the soccer updates.
Yeah, I'm supposed to get a medal
know.
because I played the first game. So please,
Bro,
tell them
you guys
to,
are
tell them to
getting-
mail me
It's
my
It's
on-
on,
my-
it's
my
on
medal.
IM League. Wait, is there a shirt?
Yes.
Oh, really?
There's a shirt and your team name and your picture goes into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, wait.
Is it for
Everybody gets a
everyone or
shirt
everyone
what?
who
Everybody on the
appeared?
team that won gets.
Yeah,
a
we're
shirt.
still live here on Awesome Radio, and this is still Pitt Perspectives. We bring you our top community news right after the break, presented by Carolina Arthritis Center.
I'm
Boom.
Dr. Kyle Horner from Carolina Arthritis Center. Are joint pain and stiffness holding you back? At Carolina Arthritis Center in Greenville, we're here to help you move forward. Our board-certified rheumatologists and trained nurse practitioners specialize in diagnosing and treating inflammatory arthritis, lupus, osteoporosis, and other autoimmune conditions. With on-site lab testing, digital x-rays, bone density scans, and infusion therapy, we provide comprehensive care all under one roof. Since 2001, we've been committed to personalized, compassionate care for patients across eastern North Carolina. Take the first step towards better health today. Call Carolina Arthritis Center at 252-321-8474, 252-321-8474, or visit carolina-arthritis.com. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins.
Thank you for listening to the Awesome Radio Network from whatever means you're listening. We're on the call sign of WECU 1570 AM and 107.5 FM, Greenville, Winterville, the Pitt County area, and parts of Kinston. On WNOS at 1450 AM and 102.3 FM, New Bern, Bayboro, Havelock, Pollocksville. On WBISLP 106.9 FM, our Hispanic Christian radio. On WYLT 100.3 FM, Rocky Mount, Nash, Edgecombe County. Don't forget, we are worldwide and global at awesomeradionetwork.org. Do you have something to say? A message for the masses? Reach us at 252-756-3137. That's 252-756-3137. We are Awesome Radio Network, where God gets the glory.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're tuned into the best weekend show east of North Carolina. This is Pitt Perspectives live on Awesome Radio Network, the show where we bring you stories, we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community from right here. Yes, and as always, it's time for our top community news recap, proudly presented by Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins. Shout out to Carolina Arthritis Center for bringing you the top community news recap every week. What do we have, guys?
Yes, the first news here says, excuse me, spring litter sweep kicks off across Pitt County.
Yes, Pitt County residents are invited to take part in the 2026 Spring Leader Sweep. Starting this Saturday, today, the event runs through April 25 and encourages volunteers, groups, and businesses to help clean up roadsides across the county. It's part of a statewide effort led by the North Carolina Department of Transportation to improve safety, protect the environment, and keep communities looking clean. Volunteers will receive free supplies like trash bags, gloves, and safety vests with support from local NCDOT crews to collect the filled bags. Anyone interested can pick up supplies from the Pitt County Maintenance Yard or reach out to the local coordinator for more information. To request supplies or learn more about the event, please contact Pitt County NCDOT Litter Program Coordinator Simita Maguire at 252-830-3146, 252-830-3146, or at ncdot.gov/contact/pages, ncdot.gov/contact and/pages. Yes, moving on.
We also have Senior Games brings over 300 athletes to the area.
Yes, the 43rd annual Greenville Pitt County Senior Games are underway, bringing over 340 participants aged 50 and older together for 2 weeks of competition. Events include sports like basketball, bowling, swimming, and pickleball, along with art activities. The games continue to grow and remain one of the strongest programs in the state. Participants like 95-year-old Martin Jones show that age is no limit. The event also highlights community spirit with athletes, volunteers, and coaches coming together to stay active and inspire others. Leaders say the games are about more than competition. The games celebrate health, discipline, and living life to the fullest. Amazing stuff, amazing stuff. Yes, moving on. What do we have?
New license plate cameras proposed near local schools.
Yes, Pitt County schools may soon add new surveillance cameras near Welcome Middle and Chicot schools, but they won't be used to monitor students. Instead, the cameras requested by the Pitt County Sheriff's Office are designed to track passing vehicles using license plate recognition technology. Supporters say the cameras can help solve crimes like theft and locate missing persons. However, some people have raised concerns about privacy, and similar systems have faced criticism nationwide. The school board will review the proposal, which would come at no cost to the districts. Yes, and in our final news of the day, what do we have, guys?
We have Ellen Road widening project now sending live updates.
Yes, drivers in Greenville can now get real-time updates on the Ellen Road widening project. The North Carolina Department of Transportation has launched a new email and text alert system to keep residents informed about construction progress and traffic changes. The $69 million project will expand the 2.3-mile stretch of Allen Road to 4 lanes with a median. Work began earlier this year and includes clearing land and installing underground utilities. While some lane closures may happen, officials said most work will stay off the main road. The project is expected to be completed in 2029. Interested residents can sign up by visiting ncdot.gov/projects/Allen-roads. Yes, let me take that again. ncdot.gov/projects/Allen-road. Yes, subscribers will receive newsletter updates that feature photos, videos, and construction milestones according to the NC Department of Transport. Yes, that's all we have for you today on our top community news recap, proudly presented by Carolina Arthritis Center. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Somebody is hailing you in
it's buzzing in the chat. Spiritual radio man, Egemasi innocent. Yeah, shout out to you,
Spiritual.
Yes, so they look me less. Yes, amazing stuff. Yes, this week on our community voices section, and by the way, we have a surprise for you on next week. We have a big announcement. Yes, and shout out to every organization that's supporting Pitt Perspectives, that's supporting community storytelling and what we do. It's amazing, coming here every weekend to be with you all. I mean, on some level, I think this gives us some purpose too. What do you guys think? having something to look up to,
Eh. Just kidding. I mean, it's been a very, very wonderful ride since we started from week to week. Like you said, it's always something to look forward to. And we're also very, very grateful to our listeners who have been very consistent, those who engage in the chats and everything. I mean, it's just a good thing to know that there's someone on the other side who is actually
Ubuntu, Mugubuntu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spiritual
right?
radio man.
Spiritual
radio man.
Ubuntu nabantu.
Ubuntu nabantu.
No. Why are you saying it? Umuntu nabantu.
Wait, Umuntu
nabantu.
Where did people get the Ubuntu though?
Ubuntu is the first part.
Okay, Ubuntu,
Umuntu
nabantu.
All three words are different. You are saying the same thing over and over again. Umuntu, which means a person.
Okay.
Umuntu nabantu.
So where does the B come? Ubuntu.
Oh, Ubuntu is the whole. It's like
the whole concept.
Yes, the concept.
Oh, I see. That's what I'm thinking. It's one of the words.
So you are saying the concept.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I see. Umuntu, unabantu.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, I did my best. So guys, if you're wondering what we're talking about, is this Zulu
Zulu.
concept of we are because you are or something, right? Yes. So it's a clear representation of our relationship, So you're all part of the family, Yes. In our community voices section today, we are talking about something very interesting. We're talking about confidence. Are you born with it or do you build it over time? This is very interesting, So from speaking up in a classroom to chasing opportunities, confidence plays a big role in our relationships, careers, and leaderships. Now, some people seem to have it naturally, while others grow into it over time through experience. So today we are having a real conversation, as always, about where confidence comes from and how it develops. So we'll talk about life experiences, wins, losses, and even setbacks, and how they shape the way we see ourselves. So I think we'll also talk about the idea of faking it till you make it, and whether confidence can actually be practiced into reality. I see you smiling. I'm sure everyone is waiting to unload. Yes, or if true confidence comes from within. So our calling questions today are: what moments or experiences helped build your confidence the most? Or do you think, and then the second one is, do you think acting confident can eventually make it real? So I want to add a third one. So let's say we'll start with asking, where does confidence come from? And then we talk about what moments or experiences helped build your confidence the most. And then we ask folks, do you think acting confident can eventually make it real? Yes. Our calling numbers are still 252-756-2008. 252-756-2008. And as always, you can drop us a comment in the chats, whether it's on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, across every social media. But yes, first of all, I think it would be interesting to start with someone from the generation that's so confident it almost becomes cocky, the Gen Z generation. So who best to start than our resident Gen Z? So they are Gen Z.
Yes.
Ubuntu Gen Z.
Yes.
So we're live on Awesome Radio. We'll continue right after the break. Don't touch the dial. Boom.
The Lincoln City Family Reunion is back. For almost 20 years, former residents of the Lincoln City community in Kinston have gathered on Memorial Day weekend for food, family, and fun. This year's reunion will be held on Sunday, May 24th, 2026, from 11 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. at Holloway Park, 101 North Myrtle Avenue in Kinston. Everyone is welcome. This is a free event. There is no fee to attend and no fee to set up. The event is child-friendly and senior-friendly, and there will be security present at the event. Participants return yearly from all around the country to attend. Everyone is welcome. For more information, visit the Lincoln City Family Reunion Facebook page or contact Ronnie Simmons at 856-986-5101. That's 856-986-5101. The the Lincoln City Family Reunion.
Awesome radio, yeah, it's awesome, awesome, can you feel it? Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yes, welcome back, and welcome back.
This guy's playing traditional music.
Yes, he can't help himself.
What is
Yes,
this?
that's what it's.
This is traditional.
Yes. Don't
What I
make
say,
music.
I'm
Is
trying
that
to
what you're
invoke
trying
the
to tell
spirits of my
Live.
ancestors.
Yes,
Awesome radio.
yes. If you're just joining us, you're welcome back to Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio Network, the show where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community from right here in Eastern North Carolina to the rest of the world. And today, just like we mentioned before the break, we're talking about something interesting. We're talking about confidence. You know, where does it come from? Where do you build it? How does it form? How do you
How do you form?
Yes. You cut that. Yes. Are you born with it or do you build it over time? And yes, we're asking folks a couple questions, as always, where does confidence come from? And then we ask folks what moments or experiences helped build your confidence the most? And then do you think acting confidence can eventually make it real? Yeah, so like I said before we went on that break, we wanted to start from, a representative of a generation that's so confident, it's cocky. Yes, the resident Gen Z in the house, the South African, the Umugubuntu in the building. Patrick Mbaya Lufulwabo.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So where does confidence come from? See, I don't hype you. You need to make it worth the while.
Okay. This guy is, I don't know what.
If you chop where?
This guy.
Yeah. So I would say yes. This generation is one of the most boldest generations that exists, and I feel like that's just the evolution of time with people, whatever.
Right.
And yes,
Even when they know nothing, but go ahead.
yeah, believe in your BS is a thing. Like
Right.
streamers literally tell people they believe in your nonsense.
The
'cause-
Lulu.
Yes.
Yeah, the Lulu.
Yeah, believe in your nonsense because with time people will get to see it too and then see something in you. I feel like it depends on the person, and I feel like I'm not the right person to ask the question.
Oh,
'cause,
really? Why not?
Maybe I am because I've always felt that maybe I was born with confidence.
On confidence or confidence?
Like confidence, like I was born with it. Like
okay.
I feel like I'm one of those people that is born with confidence because I've never been afraid to talk to a crowd or to walk.
Or
if
a
I walk
girl
into a
or-
room, yes, I've never been afraid. Like I'll just do it, and it's
Just do it.
yeah, I just Nike. So it's like, and I feel like maybe there are things that built that. Sometimes when I look at it, I'm like, maybe I was not born with it. There are things that built it. And when I look back, I realized that in primary school, I always had like a lot of friends or whatever. And then in high school, I did debate. And so I feel like debating is a big thing that builds a lot of confidence. Because when you debate, we are taught that even if your point does not have a lot of weight or you have nothing to say, make it convincing.
Which is the whole point of debate, right?
Yes, make it convincing. Like you're supposed to go against every point that the other team makes. And so while you do that, you need to be confident in it. Like you need to sound confident so that the people judging see that stand with you, even though you're not, And then before, you always start by, I would like to first correct what the other team said, blah, blah, blah. And then you come now with your own points, and your points have to hit the mark. And so it builds a lot of confidence.
So you think confidence is inborn, right? For one.
Kind of, yes. I feel like,
Okay.
yeah.
We'll come back to you. So, on the other side of the aisle is a man from the great Yoruba land of Nigeria, West Africa. Yes. He's a doctoral student in the Department of Integrated Coastal Sciences at ECU. The man, the macaw, AY Odunaike. Yes. So where does confidence come from, AY?
It comes from the fact that Arsenal just lost.
Yeah, Arsenal Football Club
They
just
just
lost their game to Bournemouth.
But let's get serious. Okay,
Yeah,
so,
but I mean that's serious stuff too, because I'm a Chelsea fan. So, but yes,
so-
confidence.
before I get into what I wanted to say, speaking of debates, I remember when I was in high school, like we call it in
Right.
US, but like secondary school.
Right.
I was not in the debates club.
Okay.
So, but there was a time where they organized like a debate competition for different hostels. So we used to call them houses. And then they needed people, even if you're not in the debate team, they just wanted everybody to like be given
Participate
a
and all
chance.
that,
So
yeah.
my own house was debating another house, which happens to be like most all their speakers actually were in the debate team.
Do you remember the topic you were talking about then?
I think it had to do with teachers and I can't remember. I knew teachers.
Teachers
involved.
are more important
Something
than
like
than
that,
doctors.
something like that.
Right.
And then the person, the other team, I can't remember what they said, but
Right.
like I came up and I said this last person said something about teachers, and I replied, I said that is a very stupid.
Are you serious?
I didn't know anything about
Right,
debates, but like
right.
because I felt what the person said didn't make sense, I
You
just
had
came
to
out and
say
said
it,
it.
okay.
And people were like, no, you don't talk like that in debate. Me, I didn't know now. It was so funny
That
that
is
day.
interesting.
Like everybody was like, I know the hall was like, whoa, you know, that kind of thing. I'm like,
Right.
Anyways, let's leave debate and get to
Right,
the
right.
real serious stuff.
Where does confidence come from?
Yeah. There's this concept of tabula rasa,
Okay, blank
which
slate.
means that everyone is born with a blank slate, and then they begin to, based on their experiences, they begin to now
Nurture and
cultivate,
nature,
their attitudes and their behavior. So I think that is the same thing that applies here. I don't think any human is born with anything that is innate in that sense.
I mean, there's genetic stuff, but go ahead.
But I'm
now.
saying in terms of, especially in terms of attitude and in terms of behavior.
Okay.
Right? There's no one born with a particular behavior or attitude. Everyone is born a clean slate. Everyone is born empty, as it were. Everything.
You're pretty confident in that position, but go
I mean,
ahead.
it's a philosophical.
I mean, some people would
standing.
disagree too, but go ahead.
So I feel like everyone is born empty. Everyone is born a tabula rasa.
Okay.
It is when you get here from the very first day, and I think it was even a minister of God. I was giving this analogy, like the distinction starts from the day you were born.
Right.
For example, two children born today, one very mistaken back home in a really luxurious car, another one is taken back home in maybe especially someone back home, if at very bad, maybe something else, maybe some tricycle or something. The distinction starts immediately, but at the point of birth, they were born equal. So everyone is born equal. The distinction or behavior or whatever it is you want to start after birth. So I don't think anybody is born with anything. That's what I'm just getting.
So
at.
you're saying, kid, like even with
Confidence begins
nobody is born
after,
with confidence.
Yes, nobody's born with it. You begin to learn, begin to grow, begin to assimilate these things from your environment after you've been born. Like you talked about nature and nurture. I don't think it's in the nature of anybody to be confident. I feel like it's learned. It's something that we learn, and it is, and that's another reason is because it's possible for someone who is not confident today, over time, to become confident.
I see what you mean. So that's interesting, but I think
Let me give you a very funny example.
Okay.
Arsenal fans.
Yeah, Arsenal is an English Premier League team.
in like some maybe 5-6 years ago, they were not confident about anything.
Okay.
They were like a banter club. But look at this season. I saw something online today, like Arsenal has been topping the league since week 7.
Oh yeah.
And they've not dropped since then. And you can see it evident in their fans, the way they talk online. Like they talk as if they are going to conquer the world. I mean, well, it's coming, it's crumbling now, but
it's not.
you get the idea.
But I see
The
what you
confidence
mean.
came from the fact that, yes, we are. I mean, consistently we've been on top.
Right.
So they were not confident like this some maybe 5 years ago because they were not doing that well. But after consistently maintaining top form, they became confident.
They've built confidence.
Do you
That's what
understand?
you're
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how much time. Okay, we have a little time. But what I was going to say is, I think you're right in a lot of sense about what you said. But I think everyone is born with confidence. Yes. And then in terms of the nurture and the thing you mentioned, that's when people lose confidence. Now think about a typical kid. A kid who's born, can literally run into a wall without, I mean, people find out that fire isn't to be messed with by kids, find out by actually putting their hands in fire. As a kid, you grow up without any care in the world. You feel like you can do a lot of things. And then as you grow up, life starts beating the confidence away from you, you know, whether it's by, you know, parents telling you, you know, things, or by teachers, or again that nurture thing and all. But I feel like on some level, kids grow up, you know, are born with a certain level of, because I mean, think about it, you don't have any awareness of of consequences or any of those things. Yes, I'd like to continue with this, but we'll be back with this interesting conversation right after the break. Don't touch that. Boom.
It's Mother's Day Love Day for Awesome Radio at the McGregor Downs Health Center, Greenville. Thank you, everyone, for your givings to help make this community act of love possible. We will be hand delivering gift bags to each lady resident at McGregor Downs on Friday, May 8th. If you would like to join us, please let us know so we can add your name to the visitors list. Our number is 252-756-3137. And it's not too late for you to help sponsor gift bags. $10 will sponsor one bag. Let's come together to spread Jesus' joy to the lady residents at McGregor Downs Health Center. Reach us at 252-756-3137.
Yes, welcome back. This is still Awesome Radio Network, and this is still Pitt Perspectives live on Awesome Radio, the show where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community from right here in Greenville, Eastern North Carolina, to the rest of the world. Shout out to everyone who's been connecting with us, who's listening from anywhere around the world. We are glad to have you. Yes, you're one of us and you're special to us. Yes, right before we went on that break, we were having a conversation about confidence. Is it something we were born with, or is it something we develop? You know, what experiences helped build your confidence or not? What moments or experiences help build your confidence the most? Do you think acting confidence can eventually make it real? We'd like to hear from you on 252-756-2008, 252-756-2008. Or if you prefer, like a lot of people do, you can drop us a comment in our chat, you know, across social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, anywhere you get your live stream. Yes, before we went on that break, we're talking about confidence. And I think, like I mentioned before the break, I think kids are born confident, you know, because, I mean, if you're talking about the tabula rasa concept, I mean, they don't know any better, you know, so they don't have, and I think a lack of confidence comes from, you know, overthinking stuff in your head, you know, thinking about all the ways things won't go well, you know, and all. And then as kids, you don't have any sense of that whole concept. Even things like shame, you don't have a concept of that. I mean, you could be in a full room and a kid would go out like screaming because they don't care. They don't even know what's going on, you know.
Yes, it's the parents that be embarrassed
Right.
on their behalf.
You see what I mean?
Because the parents get the sense that this is a public space.
Right.
Other people,
Right.
or other people going to view it.
Right.
The kid does not care at all.
Right.
Like to them, their message just to get to their parent that they are unsatisfied. They need this. They need
Right.
that.
And it takes some confidence to do something like that, you
Yes.
know. So I think kids are born with confidence, and then it's when we start growing up that now the environment shapes things too. And it could be, you know, with things like lack, you know, where people talk about, you know, socioeconomic status and all that, and how, you know, your place in the world. By the time you start having that sense of, you know, who you are and all that, it begins to erode or not. But yes, yeah, we want to say something.
Well, I wouldn't call that confidence. I think it's more of innocence that comes from that lack of awareness. Like I said earlier, it's an empty slate.
Okay, let's
There
even
is
go.
nothing
What's
on it.
confidence in this sense? Let's even.
So confidence will be a sense of, I was going to say a sense of confidence, a very like boldness,
Right.
to express.
So you don't think kids have a sense of boldness to express?
What I think they have is innocence, which comes from the fact that there is nothing there. They don't know what, like you said, they don't know what is embarrassment. They
Hello,
don't know
people. It's Omotayo from Abba. Yeah, shout out Omotayo. It's great to have you and the folks from Abba Storytelling Hangout. Yes, today we're talking about confidence. You know, is it something you're born with, or is it something you develop over time? And we're asking folks, you know, are we born with confidence, or is it something we develop? And then we're asking folks what moments or experiences helps build your confidence the most. And then, do you think acting confident can eventually make it real? Yeah, you were trying
So
to say something.
I was actually going to read the
Okay, yeah, the
definition, which
definition,
says
yes.
it's a belief in oneself,
Okay.
trust in others,
Okay.
or certainty in abilities.
Right.
It involves a realistic sense of capabilities leading to secure, decisive actions.
Right.
So it means that there is something you are banking on
Okay.
to be confident, which for a child does not exist. For a child, it's empty. So for a child, it's more, like I said, it's more of innocence. Like there's nothing there. They don't know the difference between what is, embarrassing, or what is not, or what is confident, or what. It's just empty. They just do whatever comes to their head. Like
Okay.
there is nothing.
There's no awareness.
Yes,
Is that what
of
you're saying?
yes, say I can do this kind of
Okay.
scenario. Do you get? So it is more of innocence than it is confidence. Confidence means there is something you are banking on. You are sure that, based on this, maybe I've done this before, or maybe based on, I just believe that this I can do it. For example, give you a funny example. When we were going to play, when Manchester United was going to play Arsenal
You were confident.
earlier in the season, like I was just confident that we were going to. Like a day before, I was with a group of Arsenal fans. That was like for my brother's birthday, and we're talking, and I was telling them, I will call you tomorrow after the game and tell you that we had won. And I don't know what I was just banking on the fact that we had a new manager and we had just beaten Manchester City. That was what I was banking on. That was where the confidence was coming from. I'd seen the previous game. That whole week, the old Bruno thing was trending. I was just confident based on looking at the performance before then. I'm like, we should be able to beat these guys. So there is something I was banking on. Confidence comes from the fact that there is some form of ability you think you have that you can bank on. For example,
Okay.
another example, the last game we played in the Intramural last year that we lost, I was not confident because you are the goalkeeper.
This guy. You see, it's coming for me.
Kudos to him, man. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Because there was no ability back at the post to bank.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. See, what I was going to say is that just like you were Googling stuff, I looked it up and then I was asking, like, are kids born with confidence? Now it's saying confidence is not purely innate, like you said. Rather, it's a learned skill shaped primarily by environment and experience. Though kids can be born with a genetic predisposition towards optimism or shyness. So while temperament is inherited, true confidence is built over time through encouragement, handling challenges, and learning from failures. So that means children may inherit tendencies, towards shyness or boldness. So there are some genes too.
Once again, in inheriting, this is like, I'm just from my own view, inheriting things like boldness and confidence, I think it's still an environment thing.
Okay.
So if you have a father who is very confident and bold, and a child inherits his father's confidence, it is coming from the fact that you are living with with the father. You are seeing the examples. It's showing all of that because you are still there with him, right? That is why you can inherit. I don't think a child will inherit a father's confidence of a father he has never lived with or he has never met, or a father that. Do you understand? It's more of being. It's still an environment thing. You are around this person long enough to be able to glean some of their traits, to be able to learn some things from them.
Right.
Yes.
So that's where that is. I think.
The reason I'm laughing is because Omutai is going crazy in the chat. So he first said, confidence, just like other individual abilities, is built. Intelligence, smartness, and other things of such are built. But if they are not harnessed,
inbuilt. That's what I said.
or are inbuilt.
They are not
intelligence, smartness, and other things of such are inbuilt. But if they are not harnessed, they are wasted. He also goes on to say, you may be born a footballer, but if you don't go to the field, you'll end up a spectator.
So I think what he's trying to say, you may be born with
something,
like
but you still have
innate
to-
football skills, you know.
So
for
my own
instance.
question would be, what would be innate football skill, for example?
I mean, just like some
Messi.
people are, you know, predisposed like genetically to
Go watch Messi.
to be, say.
You don't think Messi learns those things?
He did, but
I mean, but you have that you have that predisposition. So I mean, we just talked about how some people are predisposed.
there's
you know,
talent, bro.
by
You can't
genes to
teach
be
talent.
optimistic or shyness or and all that. You know, bro, there's a
Like, there's
level. If you
talent.
don't have the knack
Yes.
for something,
Talent is a thing.
I mean, it's difficult to even make any headway.
Talent is a thing.
Okay.
Look
So
at
wait,
Yamin Lamar.
okay, wait. Let's bring this home. What Omotayo, we'll come
I
to the
think
last
when
thing
you
you are
talk
saying.
about-
Hold on.
Okay.
What do you think you're talented in? No, genuine question. This is not a trick question. Genuine question.
Okay, talents as well. Honestly,
No, I mean, yeah, be confident.
okay. I would say I can sing.
I agree.
And I would also say I can act. 'cause
I
used to
agree,
act.
right?
Yeah.
Now, chances are you started singing from a really young age.
Yes. Yes.
So if you didn't have that talent, it would be difficult to even harness that skill.
let me put it this way.
Okay.
I understand the idea of talent, which
Okay.
makes sense. At the same time, I still stand on the fact that everyone is born empty, and I will explain. I
Okay.
feel like
When you say
wait,
empty,
let
okay,
me
go
explain.
ahead,
I
okay.
feel like even with kids that are singing, I can say, oh, this child is talented and all of that. I think it's still a question of culture, like learning,
Okay.
or exposing them to things early enough.
Okay.
The reason I'm saying this is because when I was much younger, I used to enjoy music because I was
Okay.
exposed to music. So
Okay.
I will produce the sounds. I will try to sing because
What
first
you're
of,
hearing.
what I was hearing and all
Yeah.
of that. Along the line, there was a time that one of my colleagues, just a colleague, like my schoolmates then, said that I was probably one of the best alto singers he had ever seen.
Okay.
As at that time.
All right.
I'm sure he can't say that again today. Reason being that I have not consistently done that. But as at that time, I used to sing a lot. Like even in my hostel, then we would sing with my
Right.
friends. So I feel like the idea of practice was what made it apparent to people that I was talented.
Right. So
So yes, I somewhat agree with the idea of talent, but most importantly, what I think builds talent into people is still exposure and practice.
I
even
get
from
it.
a
So
young age.
Omotayo, let's get to the chat. Omotayo says, I'm not talking biology or even genetics. Right? Let's not confuse confidence for TI. I mean,
Like
I'm
both
sure.
is-
Yeah, Victor understands that. AY does too. Maybe the South African doesn't. When yes, environment and situations make room for the enhancement of a child's confidence.
Exactly.
A child born in Lekki Phase 1 might not have the same level of confidence as one born in Ungwa Road. Wow, that's a direct attack at Ungwa Road. Yes, it's like saying, a child born in, the
Beverly Hills.
yes, wouldn't have the same level of confidence as one in, down maybe in the slum or something. But I think there are arguments in both directions too. But to your point, think about this, right? If you don't have a knack for something, right? Trust me, there is no level of practice you would practice at something. You would always hit a ceiling if you don't have, an ability, or you have at least the seed. Let's think about talent as a seed. That's kind of, I guess, my own point
Yeah,
too.
I think I agree. To an extent,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, it's always going to be to an extent. The fact that there's something there you now have. I mean, people talk a lot about Messi and Ronaldo when comparing, raw natural talent and sheer hard work.
And I do not agree with that conversation one bit. And
I mean,
I will tell you, and I will tell you why. People say that
people make it black and white.
people
but it's
say that
nuanced.
Ronaldo
Yeah.
is not talent, his hard work. I don't agree. Ronaldo is hard work,
Right.
for real,
And a lot of talent too,
but a whole lot of talent. When Ronaldo joined Manchester United, remember when he came back the second time, and there's this popular Peter Drury commentary that said a young teenager of something.
Yeah, from Madeira.
No, there was something he used, like touch and tease or something like that. When Ronaldo joined, he was all he did was dribble.
Right.
He was dribbling everybody.
Right.
Like he would do step overs, like
I mean,
seats
there were
and push people.
CDs then.
Do you understand? He was always doing so.
So
His game became more structured
More
and
strategic
was more
even.
strategic and was always going for the goals because of how But
He developed
because
towards
a lot of people started watching him when he was already just a goal poacher and was always just going for the goals. They were saying he's not talented. Bro, watch him early days Manchester United. Hey. He was dribbling. There is a very popular video of him dribbling Ashley Cole.
yeah,
Jesus.
back and forth. He wiped the floor. with
he
Ashley
did a
Cole.
lot of things like that.
But I mean, even then,
So you
too,
can't tell me that-
But even then, too, his ability to dribble, when you compare him to Messi, it's just different. You know, Messi was
He gets
so
daft.
Messi was so easy on the eye.
Messi dribbles the whole team.
Messi dribbles like from post to post. I mean,
Are you saying Ronaldo cannot dribble from post to post?
I
can't.
mean, not in the way Messi
He's
does.
never done it.
Let me not.
You didn't watch Ronaldo.
I did.
Wow,
When did you start watching?
taking
When did you
shots.
start watching
This
Ronaldo?
guy- this
No, it's
guy
not even
is
shots. Like when did you start watching Ronaldo?
I started
Because
watching him
I
in
started support-
2013.
No,
2013?
I started
Oh,
watching.
that's like,
He was not even in Manchester United.
Like-
I started watching Ronaldo for Manchester United. His first sting, and that's like years ago. So I'm telling you, I watched Ronaldo when we were even saying, "Oga, your own is too
All
much.
right,
Why
let's
you
bring
always
it. Let's
dribbling?"
bring it home. Let's bring it home.
Like there was a time that Ronaldo was dribbling
guys,
so much.
no
they were
soccer,
saying,
no
"Stop
soccer, no
dribbling,
soccer conversation.
Pass the ball."
All
There was
right,
a time Ronaldo was like,
guys,
that.
you guys are confidently sharing your soccer views. Yes, we're talking about confidence, right? Yes, let's bring it home. Now, what moments or experiences help build your confidence the most? I mean, that's assuming you are confident, right?
Okay, I think the most important thing for anyone's confidence is the family or where.
Yes,
No, let me say
I
family.
agree.
Their
Family,
upbringing.
yes.
So, no, some people don't grow up with
Upbringing,
family.
yeah.
But I mean,
But like people that you grew up with, whether your family, maybe
people you
a
grew up with-
technically
home,
it's
yeah.
family. So
but
yeah, but go ahead.
But like
yeah.
your upbringing, your
Right.
growing up, those like
Right.
the formative years of every
Right.
child is extremely important.
Right.
If you grow up in a home, let's like you said, let's call it family. With a
Right.
family where you're constantly being shouted
Shouted
down.
on,
You want to do something, they say no, don't do that.
Right.
It's going to affect your confidence to a
Right.
very large extent.
right.
I think for someone like me, it's a mix of both for me. I grew up in a family where there were very, very strict rules, like extremely, like my mom.
Story of my life.
Do you understand? My mom was like the disciplinarian of the house because her father too was like that. So I grew up in a family where there were extremely strict rules, and I gleaned a mix of both confidence and
AY, easy now. Easy.
I
That was on that Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I grew up.
Omotaya, hold on. Omotaya, are you a Chelsea fan or Manchester United or unfortunately Man City fan? Let's
Or
know.
more unfortunately, Arsenal.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
bro, you are really coming for these guys.
No, I'm
but
not
yeah,
started.
go ahead.
If they lose this league, they will see me in full. I'm going to buy an Arsenal jersey and wear it to the show. Don't worry. But anyways, back to the conversation. So I was talking about my own upbringing, and I grew up in that mix of both. I mean, my mom is an extremely confident person. She was the first child, so my dad is the first son. So that combination brings that confidence. So I kind of learned that there. Also, there is this subtle fear I have for elderly people, even up till today, because I also grew up in that environment where extreme, respect for elders was a thing. Like, if an elderly person was talking, you cannot talk back. That kind of thing. It still affects me even up till now. Like, so
I think it's all of us, though.
yes. So in as much as I can be very confident because my parents allowed me to be confident,
Express yourself.
at the same time there was that caution of no, you can't do this and that's it.
But I think
So and I have a mix
hear
of
you.
both.
I
Yeah.
hear you. We're running out. But I wanted to make this point, right? And I think you are not a football fan. Sad enough for Motayo. What are you? What are you? A dance fan? Cheerleading? No, come on, man.
Do better. Is what you say.
Yes, but I was going to
Do
say
better.
this. And interestingly, this came from like a very interesting source. Speed Darlington.
Yes.
He was trying to make the point that if you come from that much of a child's success comes from family, upbringing, and how you would need to, it's a mix of encouraging, of sort of building a kid up, to actually amount to something. I mean, in terms of how a family handles failure for a kid, that mix of encouragement, that mix of perspective, that mix of, it's this complex sort of handling that helps a child become better, which is not something people think about on any conscious level, for instance, because some families have a hands-on approach to child, raising a child, and then some people have a hands-off. Yeah, so I think this is a question for you, AY. Wait, maybe I missed it. What is the definition of confidence in this context? Do you want to give that?
So I think, I mean, in the context of what they're saying, confidence.
I mean, I'm in response to someone in the
yes,
chat.
yes. Confidence will be, like we said, a belief.
I mean, the confidence we know
in
of
boldness.
Yeah.
Boldness to express, like I said earlier, and then from the definition I also read, a belief in some form of ability that you have, that that you can, express yourself through, right? And this thing happens a lot, even in things like, say, maybe presentations. You have a presentation that you prepared well for. For the most part, you are more likely to excel at it than a presentation that you didn't prepare for.
Because you'll be confident in knowing
except if there is residual knowledge in that field, such that even if you didn't prepare so much for that presentation, fair too, there is a lot of knowledge you can. Like, there are some things that if they call you from sleep to come and talk about today, you don't need to prepare. You will talk about.
Yes.
So there is that, and there's a level of confidence you will have to speak about things like that. For example, for someone like me,
Victor said he's very confident in speaking.
For someone like me,
presentations.
I trained. wait, let me wrap this. Okay, let's go.
Yes, it's still live on Awesome Radio Network, and this is still Pitt Perspectives. Don't touch that. Boom. Don't touch that. Boom.
Awesome Radio.
I am Miss Mary Cox. I'm Killer Pippin's mother from Awesome Radio.
Awesome Radio. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, you feel it. Awesome. Awesome.
I like it. Yes, welcome back. This is still Awesome Radio, and this is to Pitt Perspectives. Yes, it's been an amazing conversation today around confidence, and all that. So yes,
okay,
it's yes. Go ahead. Yeah. You wanted to say something?
No, I was going to talk about like confidence in abilities.
Okay.
So I was saying that, for example, someone like me that I trained as a filmmaker, there are some conversations about film that we would have that I would be very confident with, even if I didn't read or prepare or anything, because I trained for it. I have like residual knowledge in that field. I can talk about it. For example, even in schoolwork, there are aspects of my work that we do in school that I'm confident in because I have done it over and over again. Like a perfect example is my PhD is an integrated program. So it's integrating some parts of natural sciences and social sciences.
Right.
And when we have a mix of both in most of the classes, when we're talking about the natural science aspect, which happens to be my own secondary concentration, I'm not as confident to speak a lot about it because I don't know much about it. It's my secondary. But when they switch to the social science aspect, then you hear my voice more because I'm more confident. This is something I've been doing from undergraduate days, right?
Right. So do you agree too that one can be confident in one thing and be totally unconfident in something
Absolutely.
else? All right.
Except if you want to do TI like on both face.
I mean, there are things you can't bluff your way.
There are people who can be confident and still say things that are wrong, that they don't know anything about.
But to be honest too, right? It's difficult to make anything happen in this world without confidence.
Yeah, you need some sort of confidence.
In any way, in any field, in any area, it's almost impossible to sort of make your mark in the world or make things happen without believing in yourself or in what you have to say, and all that. Even if inside you are shaking and all that, which is why people say fake it until you make it. But yes, it's been an amazing conversation.
Fake it until somebody who knows better comes and tells you.
That part.
I say rubbish.
Yes, at the end of the day, they say confidence is a journey. It's shaped by life, people, and experiences. And maybe the real question is not just where it comes from, but what we do with it. Yes, we have a couple events, happening around Pitt County. I think the second one already happened, so we'll skip the second one. So the first one is Spring Fest 2026. It's happening over at Pitt County Council on Aging. April 11 today from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Over 50 vendors, food trucks, and great shopping. Yes, I'll be out there. I'll be playing music with the St. James Jammers. Wow. Yes, I'll come out to Spring Fest out at Old County Home Road. Yes, Old County Home Road. Yes. What else do we have? Music in the park.
Yes, we have music in the park. We have jazz and blues celebration April 16th. Live music and food and great evening in Farmville.
Yes, music in the park is happening out in Farmville, and we also have Greenville Pitt County Senior Games that's already going on. It's going on until April the 25th, celebrating active living for ages 50 plus. There'll be different games, basketball, swimming, all these different amazing things. Yes. The last one.
We have the Greenville Museum of Arts event, which is a super family game day, and that's on the 18th. This is next
11
Saturday.
to 3 p.m. Yes, super family game day.
Yes, and
they have the GMO Arcade, which is the 18 plus events in the evening of that day from 6 to 9 on April the 18th.
Oh, that's when we are volunteered to be there. So.
Oh, really?
Yes, come out and see Victor. Come up to see Victor and AY.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Why we're not performing anything?
Come out to see Pitt Perspectives.
Yes. We'll be volunteering for the event. It's a ticketed event, but the tickets are very minimal. Go on to the Greenville Museum of Art website to grab your tickets.
While tickets last.
Yes, while tickets last. Yes, AY, what's the word for the week?
Okay. The word for the week, it says confidence doesn't mean you have everything figured out. It means you're willing to move forward.
Hallelujah.
Even when you do not have everything figured out. Well, yes, I agree with the fact that we should. I mean, you don't have to have everything. If you always wait till when you have everything figured out,
that's the thing
to do anything, you probably never do anything
for a long time.
Because for the most part, we don't have things figured out.
Hold on, I asked you a question. Now we have a little time. What's something you're confident in?
I'm confident in my ability to speak. I can speak to a crowd if need be, and that's something I've always had. Like
what
I'm not
confident in?
I'm also confident.
I already said it.
I'm also confident in starting a conversation.
If
I'm meeting a person for the first time, between myself and that person, I'm more likely to start a conversation.
Oh yeah,
because I hate silence. Not that I hate it, but
you said it. You hate it. But
I love silence though. Like
I like silence.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm more likely to break the silence and put them at ease. It's about being at ease with a person more than anything else. And I think I'm a people person, so that's...
Yeah, people person.
Interestingly, for me, I can't even put myself in a box because there are times I just want to be like...
It depends,
I beg.
What are you
and it happens a lot.
Oh, it's sweet.
And on the swing side, there are days that I'm just all over the place.
He wants to take a shot.
Yes, please.
I'm not taking a shot. I'm asking you the same question.
Let's do it.
I'm
with you. Let's do it.
Yes. What
are you
Victor
confident?
Ihuka. What are you confident
What
in?
am I not confident in?
What are you confident
out of the 1 million things,
Yes.
tell us one or two.
In talking, I'm confident in talking. I'm confident in dancing.
Dancing?
I dance. See you. I don't dance for a living before.
Abba Hangout Crew, does this guy dance?
They might not know now. I'm
But they are
confident
people,
in singing. I'm confident.
Bro, we're running out of time, man.
Yes, it's been an amazing time on Awesome Radio on Pitt Perspectives. Yes, we'll catch you. Why are you taking off the mic? We're not done now.
Please,
Yes, don't touch the dial. See you next week.
Same time, same place.